Good morning. We will pay attention to the creditors' payment period today. What is very important is to determine whether they give you the total purchases or whether they give you the credit purchases. In this exercise, the total purchases is given. So that means that you have to... In this exercise, the total purchases is given. So the first thing that we will have to do is determine what is the credit purchases. So of this 68,000 Rand, we must determine that 75% of this total purchases is on credit. So I will determine how much of the 68,000 is on credit and multiply the 68,000 with 75 and indicate that the total credit purchases for April is 51,000. I will do the same with May and I will use the 60,000 and calculate what is the credit purchases. So I will multiply the 60,000 with 75% and indicate that the total credit purchases in May is 45,000. They also provide me the credit purchases for March at 27,000. So I will indicate that the credit purchases for March was 27,000. I have to determine how this payment will be made, and they tell me here that suppliers are paid in full in the month that follows. That is very important to determine whether it is in the same month that you buy the goods or the month that follows the month of purchases. And if we buy something in March, we will pay it in April. And because we pay it in the month following, we will obtain 10% discount. So first of all, we will look at our calculations to determine how much will be paid each month. In March, the total credit purchases was 27,000. Of that 27,000, only 90% will be paid because 10% discount will be received. You can also say 27,000, work out the discount of 2,700 deducted from the 27,000, or you can just do the calculation to say that we will pay 90% of the total amount. In April, the total credit purchases was 68,000. In the month that you buy the goods, you will not pay anything. In the month following, you will pay 90%. So first of all, we determined what was the credit purchases, and that was 51,000. Then I take the 51,000 times 90%, and that will indicate that 45,900 will be paid during May. In May, 60,000 was purchased, 75% is on credit, so that means 45,000 will be paid in June, but because it's paid in June, 90% discount will be received, so therefore only 40,500 will be paid. Then we will transfer these calculations to your payments creditor schedule, and you will show that the total amount that you pay in April will be 24,300. The total amount that you will pay in May will be 45,900. And the total amount that you pay in June will be 40,500. What did we learn today? When you buy goods on credit, you have to determine whether the total purchases is given or whether they give us the cash purchases or the credit purchases. Depending on which amount is given, you must calculate what is the total credit purchases. Then you must read very carefully to determine when payment will be made. Will it be in the same month or will it be in the month following the purchases? Thirdly, you must determine whether there's discount received. If you receive discount, it means you must determine what is the amount that you have to pay. So determine the payment for that month, deduct the discount from that payment to see how much will actually be paid. And that will give you the actual figure that you have to put onto the creditor's payment schedule.